This segment brought to you by
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Curtis Thompson. I'm Extension Weed Specialist for Kansas State University, and we were here today talking to corn growers about weed management and what we really need to do to manage some of the resistant weed populations that we're dealing with here in Kansas. This is especially true for weeds like mare's tail, for weeds like the pigweed species, both Palmer Amaranth and water hemp. And of course the mare's tail, we did focus on fall application or very early spring application. Very tiny or newly emerged mare's tail are easy to control with a lot of different products. We do have a number of products available for us that can go on in fall or early spring ahead of corn that effectively manage mare's tail. Of course, the real challenge for all of us are the strategies that we need to use to manage pigweed, again, both Palmer Amaranth and water hemp. And with the planting dates of corn often falling in April, it simply means that we need to have a pre-emergence product in place. And I emphasize the fact that you must use a pre if we want to be consistent in terms of being able to manage the pigweed populations. And we walked through the different classes of herbicides that have good activity on the pigweeds. That still includes things like the Chloroacetamide type of products. Of course, Atrazine in the mix with those. We have some PPO herbicides like the Sharpen, the Verdict, Valor, Fierce, and of course there's various different types of use requirements for those particular products. We also have our whole group of HPPD inhibitors, again, that have excellent activity. We talked about using herbicides with multiple modes of action. Things like Lexar, Lumax, Acuron, the SureStart Two, the TripleFLEX, the Trisidual. So there's a number of different herbicides that we touched on. And the other focus, once we have that pre in place, is when we need to use a post, that the post applications are done in a very timely manner. And we emphasize the fact that 6, 8, 12-inch pigweed is not timely post-emergence applications. But in fact, if we're looking at 1 and 2-inch Palmer Amaranth, I think and water hemp, we have a much better opportunity to try to control those if they're glyphosate resistant with some of the other products. We also then walk through the various resistances that we have found in these pigweeds, the ALS resistant, the Triazine resistance, of course glyphosate resistance, PPO resistance, and HPPD resistance. And so all of these resistances are creating some significant challenges for us. We did kind of wrap up our presentation saying that I do think if things if strategies are implemented in the timely fashion, if we spray our post-emergence treatments on small weeds, we can manage these pigweed populations and our glyphosate-resistant weeds. We kind of ended with the fact that it's not going to be cheap, and total cost of some of these programs is going to be very high. But we also need to manage these pigweed populations very seriously for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years to try to reduce that pigweed population out there that's currently infesting our acres and causing such serious problems.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.